Hello, hi Priya, how are you?
I'm fine.
Nice
Once
to see you after a really long time.
I am again, hi. How are you?
Hello, so how have you been?
Yeah, great, fabulous. But uh,
But,
you know,
sorry, I couldn't hear after the but.
today is a bit boring day.
Okay, why so?
It's because it's cold, chilly, freezing outside, and also the weather is not cooperating to be. So I'm almost covering with myself with all the time. It's
Yeah, you'll have to do that. So I think it's really different in your hometown, but here in North India, you'll have to live with this temperature at least for a few months now.
I've stayed in Gurgaon, so I
Yeah.
know like I think. Now even in southern states if
Hmm.
it's the weather is changing a lot. Yeah, I
Okay.
still feel that it's a bit cold, not freeze
Mm-hmm.
in the sense, but
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
cold and chilly
Colder
outside.
than usual. Yeah. Okay.
You get the winds blowing and the when the
Right.
breeze feel like that kind of freezingness or might be some
Okay.
of energy to do works. That's
Mm-hmm. Right. So earlier the temperature used to be moderate, right?
often in house. So along with that weather, it welcomes a lot of cold and cough. But and everyone is the
Right.
all the time. It makes
Right. Yeah.
me worrying like about them, like what's happening. And,
Mhm. Right. That's the case. But anyway, we have to deal with these things. These are natural. We can't do a lot about it. And do you use your air conditioning heaters as well in
nothing as such, because here I think it's not that obviously in this kind of season we don't
Mhm.
use
Are you
usually in the
still in?
no, I'm not in Gurgaon. That's what I said, right? I'm
Okay.
in
Okay.
south. I used to, but
Okay. Okay.
this year February, not February, I think I left in the month of March.
Okay.
And now I'm in Chennai, which is
Okay.
also a coastal kind of area, right? So
Yes.
where you beach
Right.
and have beaches all around. So it's
Mm-hmm.
good. It's not too hot or something like that in this
Okay.
season. But when it comes to summers, obviously it's hot and humid, and you can't survive out. If you yeah. So air conditioning,
Right.
you don't use it, or air conditioning at this time we don't use it because it's okay. It's sustainable. It's okay.
Mhm.
And
Yeah. Mhm.
but coming to the heaters, yeah, we used to use it in Gurgaon because that is all
Mhm.
something like sometimes it used to touch even 7 degrees. I don't know.
Right.
It used to
Right.
in
Mhm.
the early mornings around peak
Mhm.
midnights or
Yes, it's very natural. It's very normal. Even at times, it's very normal to go to 0 degrees as well here in UP.
okay. I've
So,
never been I've such place
yeah.
0 degrees, but
Mm-hmm.
thank I could survive and come to the southern now, so I'm happy enough. So not that hot or
Yeah.
not extreme hot and cold. I don't like kind of extreme weathers. But people,
Mhm.
because see, if you see again, I'm so worried about pollution and all because that is the main triggering problem in Gurgaon and even
Right.
other.
Right.
That's why that you get in southern states because southern states, even though there are kind of different pollutions and all, it's
Mhm.
limited, not that high as
Mhm.
you check in different states like Gurgaon and all, like
Mhm.
Delhi and all.
Go ahead with the discussion, and our
Yeah,
session
yeah,
topic
and
today
yeah, coming to the sorry.
is
So, yeah, coming back to this thing, like as last class we have discussed about English and how to improve and what
yeah.
actually things to be done. But
Right.
do you really think English is so difficult to practice or to you know become fluent in it, or maybe become a fluent speaker? Do you think it's really difficult?
Uh, I don't think it's difficult at all. Once it's in your mindset that you have to learn it, once you are positive about it, that okay, I'm open to learning a new language, I know I have to, maybe I need it or I want it, or whatever the reason is, but it is not difficult at all. if you keep telling a person, oh, English is very difficult for you, you are coming from a local regional language background and you will not be able to learn it. So they will have this mindset that, oh, it's very difficult, I don't know English at all, I don't know the basics, I won't be able to learn it. So it's all in your head. Firstly, you have to tell yourself that, okay, I can do this, it's easy. Only then you'll be able to do it. So your question was if it's really difficult. No, it's not difficult at all. Once you decide to do it, you can do it. So not
So you
everybody.
think, so you think that if you practice daily, or if you're consistent enough in practicing, that
Right.
that will make sure that you would be
Practice
fluent
is
one.
practice is the only key for
Yeah.
learning a language, right? So many of my friends, they learned a foreign language, okay, they learned French, they learned Japanese, okay. So they've cleared their exams as well, but right now they're not able to talk in that language. Earlier they were able to talk in that language. But
Yes.
why? Because they are in their jobs now, although they are doing jobs related to the subject, related to the language, but since they don't speak, since they don't use this language, listen to this on a regular basis, they don't know the language anymore.
Okay.
Like they're on as basic level as I am. For
Yes.
example, in Japanese, I don't know anything about Japanese, right?
Yeah.
It's all about practice. Practice
Yes.
is obviously very important.
So
You are
what kind of
learning something
practice you
new.
suggest? What kind of practice you suggest to your
Okay, the kind
students?
of practice. So first of all, I can tell you my own example. I was a person who had a normal command over the language, and I could just talk. Obviously I could understand everything. I was from an English medium school, but I became more fluent. I consider more fluent. Being more fluent after school, because I went to college where people were from all parts of the country.
Right.
Okay, not everybody knew Hindi, so I had to use English to converse with them. There was no other option. So since then I had to talk to my friends in English every day, because one of them was from Madurai, a few of them were from
Different
northeast of
states. They belong. They're from different
right,
states. Yeah.
right. So they do not understand Hindi. So because I had to use this language every day, I think I became more fluent because of that.
Right.
So
Right.
the way of practicing
Okay.
should,
Okay.
you
Fine.
are,
If suppose the person feels that he needs help, then what he has to do? Okay. Of course, he's going to sit for the Clapingo classes and he's going to
Mhm.
do sessions.
Mhm.
Apart from that,
Right. Mhm.
suppose if he feels that no, I don't have the environment to talk with someone in
Yeah.
English. So what
Mhm.
they have to do,
Mhm.
to improve their English.
Okay, so apart from having a person that you can that the person
They
who
don't
knows
have
that
the
you can
environment.
help.
Forget about the environment of the surroundings. They don't have people to talk,
Hmm.
and
Right, right.
they are the only ones who
Okay,
who are willing, to
okay.
practice or to improve English.
So,
So in that,
speaking and listening are related, and reading and writing are related. Okay. So, if I listen to more content in a language, I'll be more fluent while speaking. If I listen to better and more English, I'll be able to speak it. If I'm reading something, I'll be able to write it better. This is something that was taught to me in school by my English teacher herself. So, if you want to speak better English, you should start listening to this more as well. Okay.
right?
It's not just that you can go with the web series or shows or movies. You can also listen to English news. Okay.
Yeah.
Even there are many Indian news channels delivering news in English.
Yes. NDTV
So
English.
those are a
Or,
good start. Those are a very good start. And if you obviously, once you understand the Indian accent, and then you can move ahead to the channels which are coming from US or UK.
anyways, I
But
don't think one must practice or excel, other accents. It's not
hmm,
required.
right, it's not
English is
required.
about
You can't,
language,
you can't
about
practice an accent. You can never practice an accent,
yeah, yeah.
because that will be fake. That's something I feel, because accent is something that comes to you because you are in a particular geographical area.
Of course, of
Since I
course.
am in India, I cannot have an American accent to sound like an American or to sound like a British.
Yeah,
So that is not needed. And
yeah.
I see people coming to this platform, and then they say, "Ma'am, I want to learn accent as well. I want to sound like an
But
American."
some
Or
people need it. Yes, of course, some people need it because if you see call center jobs or maybe night shifts, something like that, they kind of voice support. They need the accent. Why? Because they are talking with people, who are of that areas, or that they speak to Americans, they speak to Brits, they speak to Australians, Aussies. So of course they need to have that kind of accent. They will practice for that. Why? Because if you talk in an Indian tone, sometimes they may not understand. Right. And also sometimes we may not understand what they are speaking because we don't know their slang and all. Of course, it'll be very difficult at times. So for that reason alone, these people come for accent reduction course, which even I train on. But apart from that, I think accent is not really needed. Why? Because we have our own Indian accent, which is very beautiful. We have our Indian tone. Follow it. Let's have that's kind of strong ethnicity, so that we make our country proud. Because earlier days it was something like we don't have an image. Yes, of course we don't have an image, but now of course every nook and corner, you see everyone in India are making our us proud, showing our country in different places, different countries, keeping our making our country proud. It's really happy. See, even today I have seen one of the videos saying that we have won Mrs. India 2022. That
right. And after several years, I don't know, after 20 years or something.
I don't know, her name is some Kaushal, some Kushal or I don't know. Sargam. Her name is Sargam. But it's really amazing. After 21 years, you have, you got the crown to India again. So whatever it is, you're spreading we are spreading the, awareness of our country, right? The cinema, the movie industry, everything is growing. So we have that kind of identity. Earlier we don't have. So we used to think a little inferior. Okay, we are like this Indians. So
because we didn't have that impact on the world.
Yes. But now I think things have changed a lot. Thanks to the, I have to say it's only because of social media. It's because of the internet. Yes, of course, the reach of the internet. Earlier, we used to also not have the internet source in every household, right? Of course not. Only people who are privileged, they have that. But nowadays, even if you see in a small village, who are not even having a proper lighting, they have a phone in their hand, and also YouTube, like internet and all. So that's really good, crazy. They make videos, they share their kind of views and all. So it's really amazing. Things have changed a lot.
Right. So, again, the only reason why you're learning a language is to communicate, right? A language doesn't make you smart. Probably there's a person who doesn't know English at all, but is a genius, and I don't have any IQ which can be related to that, because the person is absolutely genius. So that doesn't make him or her less or more smart, right? Language is not something that defines your intelligence.
Yes. Because many of the people, they think that they are so inferior. Why? Because they don't have that kind of language skills to express themselves. But that's not the thing, or that's not the weakness, to make you or yourself hold behind something. No need. You have to express yourself. Even if it's in broken English, you have to start. As you said, yes, of course, I agree. Or I second that saying, you must actually practice daily. You have to be consistent.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah, because I've seen your videos, many of your videos, and even on Facebook as well, where you promote Clapingo. I've seen how confident you are. Really, you seem as if you are almost confident enough, and you know that what you're doing, right? It makes the viewer also feel more confident that yes, I can also be like her. Maybe I can be much better than her. So it feels that energy, you spread that kind of vibes.
Thank you. So if you're talking about my ad that you've seen on Facebook, thank you so much for that. And again, yes, so everybody can do that, right? Why not? Why can't you do it? So it's just a language, you can learn it. And since, although it's not something that defines your intelligence, but it is something that is the need of the hour. You need it because you are in contact with international people. Okay, your company would be in contact with international people. They will need you to learn a language, English, let's say here. So and you can, it's just an example, if you can connect to the world in many ways if you know this language. So it's good to have it, right?
Nowadays it's common. I think kids are really improving a lot. I should not say improving, they're almost mind-blowing.
Right, right. So it's something they know, right? It's something their parents know. It's something the schools know. Say, so they just started from the beginning. Even my school did that. So we had a fine if you talked in Hindi. So that's
Even me too. Even I have
right.
the same kind of
Yeah.
thing where used to be fined a lot. Even that
Right.
was huge amount of money
Yes.
which we could
Yes.
not bear. So that's why we should and must talk
We
in
had
English
to.
to avoid that
And
fine and all.
right, right.